Title run, and it all starts today. The Maniacs are fired up, the fans are ready, and the road to another championship begins now. Stay with us for all the action, inning by inning. You're listening to a Central Idaho Broadcasting Sports presentation of Orofino High School baseball right here on AM 13 KLER, your Central Idaho sports leader. And now let's send it down to the field and join our broadcast team for today's big game.
It is an absolute gorgeous day along the Clearwater Valley. High atop the Clearwater River is where the baseball field at Orofino stands. We are so excited to bring you the championship game of the Idaho District 1-2-3A classification. The Orofino Maniacs hosting the Grangeville Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Jones, and again, thank you for listening in. It's amazing how spring ball started just about 2 months ago, and we are in the second portion of the season already, the district tournament. There are 5 teams that make up this District 1-2-3A division, and of those 5 teams, 3 remain alive. And, of course, the Orofino Maniacs, the number 1 seed by virtue of their undefeated record in league play. They stand at 11-0. They take on the number 2 seed, Grangeville Bulldogs. Grangeville comes into today's matchup as the number 2 seed, and they have 3 losses in league play, and those 3 losses are to the Orofino Maniacs. Plenty of time for you to come on out and catch today's action. It's a noon scheduled first pitch as Orofino and Grangeville, the winner of this contest here, will go on to host Super Regionals. Again, it's a new format this year since the Idaho High School Activities Association has taken over the production, so to speak, of the postseason of high school baseball. It is going to be sponsored by the United Dairymen of Idaho. And so now, instead of the regular 8 teams that would go to state like they have done in the past, next week will be a super regional. Those super regionals are made up of the 4 districts. District 1-2, which is the north. District 3, which is the southern half of the state in the Boise area. And then Districts 4, which is the Twin Falls area. And then Districts 5, 6, which is the Pocatello area. There will be 4 sites where super regionals will take place. The winners of those super regionals will go on to state. 4 teams will compete in state play this year. Of the 5 teams that were in contention for district play here at the beginning of the year here in District 1-2, only 3 remain. It started out yesterday, or actually 2 days ago, when Kellogg and St. Mary's met in a play-in game. Kellogg was the 4 seed. St. Mary's was the 5 seed. St. Mary's defeated Kellogg by a score of 3-2 on Wednesday, so that put St. Mary's into the tournament. Well, they would have to meet up with the Orofino Maniacs. Grangeville in Game 2 here yesterday. Grangeville, the 2 seed, defeating Priest River, the 3 seed, the final of that one, 18-0. And then a game that you heard here on 1300 KLER last night, Orofino defeating St. Mary's by the final of 17-0. So that put a loser-out game as the last game last night between St. Mary's and Priest River. And Priest River, the 3 seed, came away with the victory 12-7. So Priest River is here at the ball field. They await the loser of this contest here between Orofino and Grangeville to see who will have the second place finish here in league. But then it's not just about where you finish. How many points do you have in max preps? We'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on throughout the broadcast as well. But it is time for our very first break of the Real Estaters pregame show. Don't go away, because when we come back, it'll be the Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores right after this.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the beautiful Clearwater Valley? The Real Estaters on Michigan Avenue, Orofino are here to help. Whether you dream of a spacious country home or a charming place in town, our expert agents are ready to guide you every step of the way. Call today for an instant, accurate home evaluation, and let's make your real estate goals a reality. The Real Estaters Orofino, your trusted partner in buying and selling homes. Backing the Maniacs throughout the year.
This spring, the action is heating up, and Debco Crushing is proud to be a part of it. We're backing Maniac Sports all the way through postseason play, from powerful serves on the tennis court to lightning speed on the track and big hits on the baseball and softball fields. Our Orofino High School athletes are giving it their all. At Debco Crushing, we believe in supporting our community and cheering on the next generation of champions. So grab your gear, hit the stands, and let's show our Maniacs some love. Go Orofino, crush it this spring. Debco Crushing, solid support always.
It happens every May. Postseason high school baseball, softball, tennis, track and field, and the Orofino Maniacs are always in the hunt for a 3A title. Atkinson Distributing is proud to support the winning tradition of Orofino Maniac athletics. Year after year, Orofino student athletes bring home district and state championships, and it's all thanks to strong community support, so don't miss a game. Atkinson Distributing, your local provider of quality Chevron fuels with Tecron, diesel, and home heating oils. Go Maniacs from your friends at Atkinson Distributing.
Riverside Physical Therapy is thrilled to welcome Cooper Thomas, BS in Health and Human Services and Doctor of Physical Therapy, to our team. Whether you prefer in-person visits at our clinic located on Highway 12 Orofino or the convenience of virtual sessions over Zoom, Cooper is here to help you on your journey to better health. For more information on all the services offered by Cooper and Riverside Physical Therapy, stop by the clinic or call Riverside Physical Therapy, where your health is our priority.
And we'd like to welcome you back. It is time for Schedules and Scores, a service of Riverside Physical Therapy. See Allison Thomas and her staff if you're trying to recoup from a surgery or just trying to get over the nagging backache you've suffered for so long. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it's Riverside Physical Therapy. All right, we'll start with baseball from yesterday at the ball field here at Orofino High. The 3A district tournament went like this. Game 1 saw the Grangeville Bulldogs brush aside Priest River Lamana High School, the Spartans, by the final of 18-0. Tate Thacker threw a complete game, giving up just 2 hits in that victory for Grangeville. Game 2, a game that you heard right here on 1300 KLER, the number 1 seed host Orofino Maniacs handled St. Mary's easily 17-0. Ethan Gilmore got the win, pitching 5 innings, giving up just 1 hit and 1 walk. Aiden Olive doubled and homered in that contest. In the nightcap, game number 3, a loser-out affair between Priest River. They had a season-high score against St. Mary's, winning 12-7. Priest River now awaits the loser of this championship game between Orofino and Grangeville to try for that second place showing at the district tournament. St. Mary's, the number 4 seed, they are finished for the season. Action today, of course, there is this championship game with Orofino and Grangeville, and then at 2 o'clock today is the second place game. Then immediately following that, the 2A baseball will take place here today and tomorrow at the ball field at Orofino. All right, we turn our attention now to softball, the 3A District 1-2 tournament. It looks like this. There's a play-in game that was held on Wednesday night between the 4-seed Kellogg Wildcats and 5-seed Priest River Lamana High School Spartans. Kellogg ran away with that game 24-9, so that got Kellogg into the double elimination portion of the bracket. Game 2 is being played at St. Mary's High School, where the number 2 seed Lady Lumberjacks face off with 3-seed Grangeville. Game 3 is the number 1 seed Orofino Maniacs hosting the 4-seed Kellogg Wildcats, a game you'll be able to hear over on our sister station, 103.3 KLER FM. We should begin that with about a 12:45 pregame. Softball scores from yesterday saw Clearwater Valley holding off Prairie and Cottonwood 10-9 in Whiteman League play. Lewis County took a pair away from the Lapwai Wildcats 18-2 and 23-5. And Potlatch at home bested Kendrick in a doubleheader 23-1 and 22-4. Other action today in the 5A District 1-2 Championship game. It's that old rivalry between Lewiston and Moscow. The 2A boys tournament gets underway here at the ball field at Orofino High later today when Potlatch faces off against Clearwater Valley. And then tonight at 7, it's Kendrick and Troy. Softball shows the Lady Tigers of Kendrick on the road against Prairie. And that is Schedules and Scores, a service of Riverside Physical Therapy. We hope that you'll stay with us, though, as when we come back, we'll take an in-depth look at our matchup today between Orofino and Grangeville when we come back. It's the Real Estaters pregame show after this.
Thinking of building a new home, garage, or expanding your business? Call the team you trust. Barlow Quality Trust. Proud supporters of Maniac Baseball and Softball, Barlow Quality Trust delivers engineered, TPI-inspected trusses for residential, commercial, and farm projects. Free estimates. Call 435-4348. Need delivery? It's free within 100 miles of Orofino. We also offer competitive boom service rates. Don't wait. Build it right the first time with Barlow Quality Trust, building strength that lasts.
Best wishes, area high school sports teams, from your friends at Innovative Electric Services. Are you in need of a local, reliable electrician? Whether it's your home, business, or industrial facility, Innovative Electric Services has you covered. From wiring and lighting to full electrical upgrades, our expert team delivers safe, high-quality work on time and on budget. No job is too big or small. Call Innovative Electric Services today at 208-476-3321. Powering your world with innovation.
Swing for the fences. Orofino Hanson Garage proudly supports Maniac athletes. Whether you're sliding into home, making that game-winning catch, or bringing the crowd to its feet, we're cheering you on every step of the way. Just like you bring your A game to the field, Hanson Garage brings it to your vehicle. From tune-ups to major repairs, we deliver top-notch service and unbeatable deals that keep you rolling. Head to Hanson Garage Orofino, where hometown pride meets hometown service. Go Maniacs!
April is filled with tremendous savings for homeowners and outdoor gardeners when you shop Best Built Builder Supply. Hi, this is Harold. Get your garden growing with 3 bags of New Life all-purpose topsoil. Now just $10. Need tools? Select hand garden tools start at $14. Plus save 10% on all stock Milwaukee Power equipment. We're right on Highway 12 in Orofino. Open 7 days a week to serve you. Come see us at Best Built Builder Supply, where quality meets savings.
Clearwater Valley Health and Orofino Health Clinic is a proud sponsor of Orofino High School athletics this postseason. We salute the athletes, coaches, and families whose dedication, teamwork, and spirit inspire our community. Just like you give your all on the field, we give our all in providing top quality care to keep you healthy, strong, and ready to win on and off the field. From routine checkups to injury care, we're here for you every step of your journey. Clearwater Valley Health, supporting champions on the field and in life. Go Maniacs!
Simmons Natal Sanitation wants to wish the best of luck to all the amazing student athletes competing in postseason baseball, softball, track and field, golf, and tennis. Whether you're swinging for the fences, racing for gold, or aiming for that perfect putt, we're proud of your hard work and dedication. From the first pitch to the final match, Simmons Natal Sanitation is cheering you on as you chase that state championship dream. Go get 'em, teams. Your community is behind you all the way. Good luck from Simmons Natal Sanitation.
Looking for comfort, affordability, and award-winning hospitality? Come stay at the Best Western Lodge at River's Edge in Orofino. Proudly named one of the top 10 motels in the Northwest and winner of numerous Best of the Best awards. With 49 warm and inviting rooms, a relaxing pool and jacuzzi, and breathtaking river views, it's the perfect getaway for travelers and fans alike. Whether you're here for adventure or cheering on the Maniacs in postseason play, good luck. We've got your stay covered. Best Western Lodge at River's Edge, where comfort meets excellence in.
I'm going to run down your lineup for your Grangeville Bulldogs. Starting off with number 24.
Brandon, are you there?
Williams. Second base.
Well, here we are at Orofino High. Let's take a look at these 2 teams, how they did during the regular season. The Maniacs defeated the Bulldogs 11-1 in their first meeting since they played one another for the state championship this last year. Quentin Naranjo had a 2-run home run to walk it off against the Bulldogs. Grangeville would commit 6 errors, allowing the Maniacs to score their 11 runs on just 5 hits. A doubleheader was played at Grangeville April 12th. However, the wet field chased the game to Clearwater Valley High School fields. The Maniacs, again, were victorious with 18-9 and an 18-9 win over the Bulldogs in the first game. Orofino scored their 18 runs on 15 hits. And then the Maniacs would also take the nightcap 7-5. Orofino would score 7 runs on 10 hits and 3 Bulldog errors. Out on the hill, taking his warm-up tosses, is Blake Barlow. His battery mate is Hunter Gamble today. Ethan Gilmore is at first. Reese Mary at second. Quentin Naranjo at third. Jagger Todebold at shortstop. Nick Bonner is in left. Aiden Olive in center. Jake Runia in right. We'll get to the Maniac lineup when we go to the bottom of the first inning. Here's the Bulldog lineup. They're coached by Mr. Lee Nadiger. They are 15-9. Thane Williams will lead it off defensively. He's behind the dish. J.T. Jackson, the second baseman, hits second. David Goikoa is the shortstop, third in the order. And then it is Taden Wasmith, the left fielder, who hit in the cleanup spot. Traven Sickles, the first baseman, hitting fifth, followed by Talon Brown. And then Cooper Poxleitner will hit seventh. Troy Long, eighth. And then the DH being utilized for Grangeville today, it is Caleb Wilson. Here's the first pitch. It is taken low, ball one, and we are underway. That first pitch is brought to you by our very good friends at Main Street Tire. Engine, transmission, brakes, cooling. Main Street Tire says, happy motoring maniacs. The 1-0 is a fastball missing just inside for ball two. Again, Blake Barlow out on the hill for Orofino. In this, the championship matchup between Orofino and Grangeville. The 2-0 is a fastball taken at the hands for a called strike. 2-1. Thane Williams, the catcher in the leadoff spot. And this offering just a little outside for ball three. Hunter Gamble, again, doing a fantastic job to frame that ball. Not getting the called strike, however. 3 balls and 1 strike. The next pitch is a fastball low for ball four, so a leadoff walk issued to Williams. That's the first walk given up by Barlow. Not the way you want to start things out, but nonetheless, Blake going to shake that off, and he's off the rubber, taking a big gulp of oxygen, adjusts his cap. Now he'll set that right foot in front of the rubber. This is J.T. Jackson. Runner looks to go and does not. Pitch misses to J.T. for ball one. Again, you've got Hunter Gamble behind the dish, and he's not going to back down from anybody. He knows he can throw you out, and he's going to give it a shot. 1 ball, no strikes to J.T., and a move over to first base, and diving back into the sack is Williams. Signs coming in from Lee Nadiger up that third base line. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Pitch is taken for a ball. Here's the throw down to second. A sweeping tag, but sliding underneath that tag is Williams. So Grangeville immediately has a base runner in scoring position as Williams swipes second. Ball 2. JT standing at home plate, rocks back and forth, awaiting the next pitch from Blake Barlow. And here it is. Swung on and fouled up the third base line. 2-1. 2 of the best clubs in the state of Idaho right now on this field here at the ballpark at Orofino. The defending state champion Orofino Maniacs and the runners-up, the Grangeville Bulldogs. They're 2-1 on the way to JT. Swung on and fouled out a play to the right. 2-2 now. David Goikoa on deck.
Please return all foul balls to the dugout, please.
JT stepping back in, the big right-hander, waves that bat over his shoulder. Breaking ball swung on and fouled over the top of the screen. Good job for JT to keep his at-bat alive as he goes after a curveball on the outside half, just sticks those arms out there, extends that bat, and gets underneath it and fouls it away. Blake, his routine the same every time. Steps off, adjusts his cap, takes a big, deep breath, and comes to the plate with the pitch. Swung on a ground ball to the glove of third baseman Naranjo. Checks the runner. Here's the throw to first. It's good. And here's the throw to third. Not in time. J.T. Jackson will ground out 5-3 3 for those of you who are keeping a book at home. On the play, Williams goes from second to third.
On deck number 8, Wasden.
Hard hit ball to the glove of Quentin Naranjo just to his left. Checks the runner Williams. Goes to first, and then Williams breaks for third and is able to get there safely. Here's Goikoa now. One gone in the top of the first inning of play. Curveball low, 1 ball and no strikes. Goikoa, another right-hander. After measuring the outside of the plate, stands up there. Pitch is going to be swung on. Fly ball out into center field on 2 hops. It'll be handled out there by Olive. And Thane Williams scores from third base, and the Grangeville Bulldogs have an early lead in this one, 1-0 over Orofino. RBI single from the shortstop, David Goikoa.
On deck number 33.
1 across, 1 aboard, 1 away for the cleanup hitter, Taden Rossmith. Another tall right-hander for this Bulldog squad. Fastball swung on, hit high in the air for a called strike. 0-2. Blake leans in on that left knee, studies the sign from Gamble. Now he'll come set. And the Barlow waste pitch on the way, high. Here's the throw down to first. Tag around the left side, not in time, as Goikoa gets back to the sack. The ball and 2 strikes now to Taden. Working from the stretch, Barlow. 1-2 pitch, swinging third strike, and that'll do it for Wasmith. Second out here for the Bulldogs in the top of the first inning of play. First strikeout dealt up there by Blake Barlow, and you can't feel better than that because you just got the cleanup hitter to swing after a high fastball. Sickles now, again from the stretch. Barlow comes to the plate with a breaking ball, high, 1-0. Maniacs, the defending District 1-2 3A champions and state champions. Looking to defend that here. Fastball high for ball 2. They played the Grangeville Bulldogs for the district title last year and won. They played the Grangeville Bulldogs for the state title and won. Here's the 2-0 delivery. On the way, swung on, foul ball up the first base line. 2-1 now. Grangeville, a lot like this Orofino squad. They're going to take every opportunity that they can to move another 90 feet out on the sacks. 2-1 pitch inside. Oh my gosh, got him on the chin, looks like. And the big boy Sickles down to first base, hit by pitch. Holy Toledo. Little chin music that got too much of the chin. But he's fine. Good thing that he didn't shave this morning because that's where I got him on those whiskers. So there are 2 aboard. Goikoa down to second. Sickles on at first, and that's going to be inside. Blake has the sign from Gamble behind the dish, and the 1-0 fastball swung on, and this one's going to be hit foul up the right field line for strike 1. Again, to reset the scene for you, 1 run is across for the Bulldogs here in the top of the first inning. They have 2 out on the sacks with 2 gone. A move over to second base, and the ball ends up out in center field. There was a collision between Goikoa and Jagger Tonable. Jagger went down to the seat of his pants, but backing it up is Aiden Olive there. He quickly gobbles it up in center field and gets it right back, so there's no damage done. Count remains a ball and a strike. Barlow's pitch to the plate is just a little inside for ball 2. One more time, Blake Barlow, after checking the runner at second. He comes set, working from the strike just above the letters. Pitch is swung on for strike 2. Talum took a big hack thinking maybe he was going to get a fastball. Instead, got a bit of a curve, slow curve at that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Barlow comes to the plate, pitches just above the hands for ball 3. Blake wants to finish this right now. Barlow, chin high with the ball. The 3-2 pitch instead is a turn and no throw to second. Goikoa dives back into the sack. Jaeger was there to cover the sack. 3-2. Blake comes to the plate. A pitch that is just inside. And look at that. Hunter Gamble doesn't move his glove. I mean, he held it there for a good 10 seconds while Talon Brown is on his way down to first. And he says, hey, look at this one more time. One more time, if you would. I didn't move it. So the sacks are loaded up with Bulldogs now. And we're going to have a courtesy runner come out for Brown, today's starting pitcher. Lee Nadiger says, hey, I need a copy of my lineup here. Goes and gets one from whoever's keeping the book for the Bulldogs. So the sacks are loaded up. 2 walks issued by Barlow to start the top of the first inning. Here's Cooper Poxleitner, the center fielder for Grangeville. Swings through an inside pitch, strike 1. Blake looking to go to work here and throw strikes and get the Bulldogs swinging at some pitches just a little high the next offering for ball 1. Again, Blake doing his best to try and keep that pitch either high and outside the zone, see if he can get Grangeville fishing. Here's the 1-1. Slider taken for a strike. You bet. Gosh, nice pitch by Blake Barlow. That pitch started about shoulder high, and it dropped down and slid away from the right-handed hitter for strike 2. A couple of strikes against Poxleitner. Barlow set, and the 1-2 pitch swung on a chopper to the right side of the infield. The ball is actually kicked by Talon Brown, and so there's going to be interference on Brown, and so that is going to put an end to the frame. 1 run on 1 hit, 3 left out there. The Maniac half of the first when we return right after this.
A shout out from Finke Logging, wishing the very best to the Orofino Maniacs as they head to the postseason. Whether it's baseball, softball, golf, track and field, or tennis, we're cheering you on all the way. Finke Logging has proudly supported Maniac sports for years, and we're honored to employ the hardworking men and women who keep Idaho's forests thriving. From the woods to the winner's circle, go get 'em, Maniacs. From Finke Logging, strong roots, strong teams.
Debco Construction is proud to back Maniac baseball and softball. As Orofino heads into postseason play, we're cheering loud and proud. At Debco Construction, we're more than just fans. We're the most trusted commercial general contractors in the Pacific Northwest, committed to building stronger communities by improving transportation and utility infrastructure across the region. From the field to the freeway, we believe in hard work, teamwork, and excellence. Debco Construction, proudly supporting Orofino and building a better Northwest. Let's go, Maniacs!
18.
Proud of the Maniacs, Atkinson Distributing, Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services, and Les Schwab Tire Center here on KLER Orofino, and streamed live on YouTube channel KLER 1300 AM. Let's run down the starting lineup for Orofino. It'll be Blake Barlow. He's led off all throughout the season. Jaeger Tarnable will hit second. Quentin Naranjo third in the order. Aiden Olive, the center fielder, in the cleanup spot. Fifth for the Maniacs, Ethan Gilmore, the first baseman. Left fielder, Nick Bonner. And then the bottom third of the order is second baseman, Reese Mary. Jake Runia, the right fielder, and then Hunter Gamble, today's catcher. So again, it's Barlow, Tarnable, Naranjo, Olive, Gilmore, Bonner, Mary, Runia, and Gamble. Let's take a look at the Bulldog defense. Right field going left. Troy Long, Cooper Poxleitner, and Tatum Wassmuth. That's shortstop David Goika. At third base, Tate Thacker. J.T. Jackson is at second. Traven Sickles at first. Thane Williams, the catcher for the Bulldogs, and Talon Brown out on the hill. 1-0 Grangeville as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Blake Barlow will step in. The big right-hander, Brown, fires the first pitch high, but that is taken for a strike at the hands, 0-1. Maniacs wearing their black tops, blue numbers front and back. Maniacs cross the chest, white pinstripe pants. High, the next offering, ball 1. Grangeville with their traveling white uniforms, dogs across the chest, their last name across the back. Slider outside, but that catches the corner for a called strike. 1-2 now to Blake. Barlow standing at the plate, and here's the next pitch on the way to him. Swung on, hit hard down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Up on it out there is Wassmuth. He misplays it. It goes about 10 feet behind him. And so scurrying into second base is Blake Barlow. So Blake has a single. He goes to second on the misplayed ball by Wassmuth, and the Maniacs have the tying run and scoring position here in the bottom of the first inning. Blake, what a job for that young man. He found a pitch that was just about letter high, raised his elbows, and made great contact. Jagger Tonnevold now to the plate. Pitch to Jagger. He's going to hit this one foul and out of play to the left. 0-1 to the Maniac shortstop. From the stretch, Brown looking in and has a sign from his battery mate Williams. The 0-1 delivery now on the way. Swung on, and this one's going to be laced out into center field. It'll drop in for a base hit. Played on a hop. They'll get it into the infield. They missed the cutoff, and so going from first to second is Tonnevold. So Tonnevold with the single, and then Cooper Poxleitner misses the cutoff. That's the shortstop Goikoa, and it ends up at home. And so Orofino with base runners at the corners on 2 consecutive singles now off of starting pitcher Talon Brown.
Naranjo on deck number 30.
Barlow at third, Tonnevold at second. Here's Quentin Naranjo. Starts him out with a pitch high and away, ball 1. The winner of this contest is the district champion, and they will host the Super Regionals next week. The 1-0 pitch, swung on a chopper on 2 hops underneath the glove of the third baseman out into left field, and the Maniacs have tied it up. Up on the ball, Wassmuth, he'll get it in as Blake Barlow scores from third base. It is 1-1. It'll be scored as an error on Thacker at third base. He went down and it went underneath his glove. He should have had it, and instead it ends up out into left field, and the Maniacs tie this ball game up. On the play, Tonnevold goes from second to third. One our score, and that's going to bring Aiden Olive to the plate. First offering to the senior right-hander is a strike. No throw down to second base, and easily there is Quentin. Talked with Coach Ebert of the Bulldogs before the start of today's game, and I asked him how much they stayed around after their victory yesterday, and his answer in just a moment. Here's the pitch, swung on, fly ball, deep center field. Poxleitner going back, looking. It's over his head. On a bounce, it's up to the 350 mark. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run to score, and the Maniacs have a 3-1 lead on the RBI double off the bat of Aiden Olive. My gosh, Aiden just drilled it deep to center field. And Jagger Tonnevold and Quentin Naranjo both score, giving Orofino a 3-1 advantage. Coach Ebert said they watched and till Olive got his home run. They said, well, we've seen enough last night, and then they left. Pitches high for a ball to Ethan Gilmore. I'm sure the coaches said, well, we don't want the kids to see too much of this. Aiden with a big home run, a solo jack in the third inning against St. Mary's yesterday over the left field wall. Pitch is swung on, a little looper, going to spell trouble, and laying himself out and making the catch is Poxleitner. So Poxleitner robs Ethan Gilmore of a base hit. There is one gone here for the Maniacs in the inning. Having to stay put at second base is Aiden Olive.
Number 18, Mary.
Nice play out there by Cooper Poxleitner. He played deep, but not deep enough against Aiden Olive. This time he plays shallow, and here's a ground ball to the right side of the shortstop, laying himself out and booting the ball out there is Goikoa. And so that's going to be a base hit for Nick Bonner, and that's going to push Aiden Olive over to third base. Nice try by David Goikoa. He had his cape on and laid himself out, thought he was Superman. But the only thing he could do is trap the ball down in the infield dirt, but it rolled out of his glove. There was no way he was going to make the catch on it, and runners are safe at the corners. So Bonner with a hit. Reese Mary now. Talum working from the stretch, and the Bulldog fires the first pitch. There's a slider missing low and away for a ball. Orofino with 3 runs on 3 hits and an error here so far against the Bulldogs. 4 hits, excuse me. The 1-0 delivery on the way to Mary. Pitch is taken for a strike. Here's a late throw down to second. Having to clutch the ball was Thane Williams, and he threw it anyway. Nick Bonner has a stolen base. Aiden Olive staying put over at third, so 2 in scoring position now. The pitch to Mary was a strike, 1-1. And a slider missing low and away as Mary puts up the stop sign at home plate. He wants Aiden to know that that ball has not gotten out of the mid of Williams. Did a fine job to stretch his glove across his body and come up with that last pitch. The 2-1. High for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Jake Runia on deck. No signs from Coach Tonnevold up that third base line, and so Reese Mary steps back in. Here's the 3-1 to him. Swung on a ground ball to the shortstop to his left, gobbles it up. Here's the throw to first. It took him off the bag. No. Now he will stay out. Scoring from third is Aiden Olive. Our fielding umpire pointed as if the foot of Sickles came off of the bag, and now there's going to be a conversation between our home plate umpire and the fielding umpire. Our fielding umpire pointed as if he had pulled his leg off, and that's what we saw, and then he put up his right hand to say an out, yes. And after the conference, it is registered as an out. Reese Mary grounds out for the second out for the Maniacs. On the play, though, a run scores. That's Olive from third. Bonner goes from second to third.
On deck, number 9.
It is now 4-1 in favor of Orofino. Runia is going to foul the first pitch at the plate. Gets a change-up, swings over the top of it, and just smashes it into the plate. 0-1. Jake, the 8th hitter to come to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning. Brown deals the next pitch. Swung on, a little looper out into center field, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Jake Runia with an RBI single, scoring Nick Bonner from third base, and Orofino now with a 5-1 advantage here in the first inning. They are teeing off against Talon Brown.
At bat, number 9.
That's going to bring Hunter Gamble to the plate, the 9th hitter to come to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning. The Maniacs have been feeling this ever since Blake Barlow's 1-2 single. Hunter ready at home plate, and Brown continues to work from the stretch, way outside. Nice glove by Williams behind home plate to gather in ball one. Away from first base is Runia. He's being held on there by Sickles. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, and this is in the hole out into left field. Rounding second, taking a look is Runia. Up on the ball, Wasmith, he'll get it in. And so Hunter Gamble, the ninth hitter, my gosh, he continues to hit the ball extremely well. And with that, Orofino will extend this first inning now to the 10th batter to come to the frame. Courtesy runner will come out. I believe that is that Lane? I believe that is Lane Turcott. So he will run for Gamble. And time called as head coach of the Grangeville Bulldogs, Lee Nadiger, goes out and tries to settle down his starting pitcher. The entire infield gathered together. Runners at the corners now. And we do have a pitching change. So don't go away. We will come back right after this.
Swing for the fences. Orofino Hanson Garage proudly supports Maniac athletes. Whether you're sliding into home, making that game-winning catch, or bringing the crowd to its feet, we're cheering you on every step of the way. Just like you bring your A game to the field, Hanson Garage brings it to your vehicle. From tune-ups to major repairs, we deliver top-notch service and unbeatable deals that keep you rolling. Head to Hanson Garage Orofino, where hometown pride meets hometown service. Go Maniacs!
April is filled with tremendous savings for homeowners and outdoor gardeners when you shop Best Built Builder Supply. Hi, this is Harold. Get your garden growing with 3 bags of New Life all-purpose topsoil, now just $10. Need tools? Select hand garden tools start at $14, plus save 10% on all stock Milwaukee Power equipment. We're right on Highway 12 in Orofino, open 7 days a week to serve you. Come see us at Best Built Builder Supply, where quality meets savings.
We welcome you back as we have a pitching change. Traven Sickles has come in relief of Talon Brown. So Traven from first to the hill and Brown from the hill to first base. So we go back to the top of the order now. Here's Barlow. First pitch is taken low for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. So Brown, book still open on him as the 2 base runners out there for the Maniacs, still yet his responsibility. The pitch to Blake, misses wide for ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Traven Sickles, a right-hander, about the same height, same girth. So Maniacs still looking at the same thing, just a different type of pitch. Here's the 2-0. That is a curveball taken for a strike, 2-1 to Blake. Barlow singled and scored earlier this frame. Now the 2-1 on the way. There is a strike at the knees. Blake thought about taking a hack at it. Said, no, we're going to leave it alone. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Barlow and the Maniacs. Outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Maniacs have a 5-1 advantage over the Bulldogs here with the pitching change now. Here's the 3-2 outside, ball 4. So Blake Barlow draws a base on balls. And that's going to load up the sacks with Orofino Maniacs. So Orofino getting a free pass to load up the sacks, and that's going to bring left-handed hitter Jagger Tonneval to the plate. Sickles working from the windup now. High and away the first pitch, 1 ball and no strikes. 5 across, 2 gone here in the bottom of the first inning. The 1-0 pitch on the way is again outside the zone for ball 2. Jagger singled and scored earlier this frame as well. The big right-hander begins his windup, and here's the 2-0. And that is taken for a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Quentin Naranjo on deck. Backs are juiced. Orofino would love to get another couple of runs here. The 2-1. Fastball missing below the knees for ball 3. Jaeger, the diminutive left-hander at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's high for ball 4. Jaeger's going to pick up an RBI as he walks down to first base because scoring from third is Jake Runia, and the Maniacs have just put up their 6th run of the game against 1 for the Bulldogs. It is now 6-1. 2nd consecutive batter that Sickles has walked since coming in. This is Quentin Naranjo at the plate. He will watch the first pitch, a curveball away, ball 1. Quentin reached on an error by the third baseman. A hard-hit ball off the bat of Quentin. Pitch is swung on, and this one is going to be looped out into left center field. It'll pick up 1 run. It'll pick up 2 runs. On the ball is Wasmith in left field. And coasting into second base, Quentin Naranjo with an 2 RBI double. And the Maniacs now lead it 8-1. My gosh. Orofino is just teeing off on Bulldog pitching. On the play, Tonable goes from first to third. Aiden Olive takes pitch just inside, 1-0. Taking his time now, a short walk around the rubber is Traven Sickles. He continues to work from the windup with 2 base runners on in scoring position. Aiden's going to hit this one high in the air. It'll be the shortstop Goikoa just on the grass. He'll make the catch to end the inning. But Orofino scores 8 runs to take an 8-1 advantage after 1 inning of play. Don't go away. The top of the 2nd when we return after this.
The Orofino Police Department encourages all Maniac faithful come out this week to the A3 postseason baseball and softball. Hi, this is Chief Frazier encouraging you all to root for Orofino during championship tournaments. The Orofino Police Department knows that raising great kids in our schools and our athletic program means we're going to have great kids living and working in our community. The Orofino Police Department says, be there for our kids and go Maniacs.
Clearwater Health and Rehabilitation of Cascadia is hiring. CHR is looking for compassionate RNs, LPNs, and CNAs to join their amazing team. New to healthcare? No problem. Ask about the Nursing Assistant in Training Program, an entry-level opportunity where they provide the training and pay for your schooling. All you need is heart and a passion to care. Must be at least 17 to enroll. Start your journey into nursing today at Clearwater Health and Rehabilitation of Cascadia, where caring begins with you. Apply now.
Hanson Garage, Best Western Lodge at River's Edge, Conkleville Motel. Happy to bring you this broadcast of Maniac Baseball on KLER Orofino, as well as streamed on our YouTube channel, KLER 1300 AM. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Jones. Thanks for listening in. The Maniacs put 8 runs on the scoreboard here in the bottom of the 1st inning on 7 hits, an error, and Orofino leaving 2 out on the sacks. For the Bulldogs here in the 2nd inning of play, we're looking at hitters 8, 9, and 1, and it'll be Troy Long to start things out. Back out on the hill is Blake Barlow. First pitch by Blake is a fastball swung on and fouled at home plate, 0-1. Right now, Blake has given up 1 run on 1 hit. He has struck out 1. He has walked 2 batters, and he has hit 1. The 0-1 delivery from Blake on the way. There's a curve, drops in there for a called strike, framed nicely by Hunter Gamble, 0-2. Working from the windup, Barlow begins his motion, kicks that left leg, a pitch that is high for a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. No defensive changes that we can see here for the Maniacs here in the top of the 2nd inning. Pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, the winner of this is the district champion, and they will host Super Regionals next week. The loser will have to face off against Priest River in a game later tonight. Swinging third strike, Troy Long goes down the first out here in the Bulldog half of the second inning. 1 away now, as they start that ball around and bring it into Blake Barlow.
On deck number 74.
Barlow has got the offense behind him. He's got a 7-run cushion right now. They lead it 8-1. Caleb Wilson is the designated hitter, hitting in the 9-hole, takes the first pitch for a called strike. Blake starts him off with a change, more of a curve on the outside half, 0-1. Curveball, swinging, strike 2. A half-hearted swing by Caleb Wilson. It really chopped off his swing as it came on the inside half and then broke away from the tall right-handed hitter at the plate. The 0-2 swung on a ground ball to Tonnevold at shortstop. He'll make the throw, dug out nicely over at first by Gilmore, and there is 2 away.
At bat number 24, Williams.
That is just the second ground ball out for the Bulldogs. Now we go to the top of the order, and that's going to bring up Thane Williams. Young man reached on a 4-pitch walk to start the game off and scored. Fastball low, 1 ball, no strikes. He represents the sole run for the Grangeville Bulldogs on the scoreboard. Barlow, the 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. Comes with a fastball just on the outside black. 1-1. The next pitch on the way, a check swing. He did not go. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Blake immediately starts his windup, and the pitch is low for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Blake up on the rubber now and kicks that left leg. The 3-1 swung on, and this one is in the hole out into right field, just past Ethan Gilmore at first. So Thane Williams with a 2-out single here for Grangeville in the top of the second inning of play.
Number 7.
My gosh, what a gorgeous day here at the ballpark at Orofino. It is filled with fans coming to watch this championship game between Orofino and Grangeville. J.T. Jackson now at the plate. Big right-hander, rocks back and forth, waiting for the pitch. It's high and away. Here's the throw down to first, and sliding back safely is Williams. Williams steps up, and he's got half that infield dirt in his pants right now. 1 ball, no strikes to JT. Fastball, no throw down to first this time as Hunter comes up, and he just wants to make sure that Williams doesn't venture too far away. Ball 2. Williams being held on by Gilmore over at first. The 2-0 pitch swung on. This one's going to be hit high in the air, foul side of first. Gilmore giving chase, looking for it, can't find it, and everybody loses it, and it drops into the warning track. Ethan looked up for it, and he couldn't find it in front of the first base dugout. Second baseman Reese Mary lost it. It's a big blue sky, and you're trying to find this little white dot coming out of it. Count is 2-1. Move over to first base once again. See if they can catch Thane sleeping as he gets just a short lead away from the sack at first. The 2-1 pitch swung on, fouled back here into the crowd. JT just got underneath that, but I mean, he fouled it straight back. 1 more inch with that bat higher, and that would have been poked out to center field. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Swung on, fly ball, right field, moving to his right. Rooney, and it's over his head. He puts his glove up. Rounding third is Williams on his way home. The throw comes to the cutoff, and the Bulldogs put up their second run of the day as Thane Williams scores from first base. on the RBI double off the bat of J.T. Jackson. 1 run out on the sacks as J.T. Jackson poked it high out into right center field and over Jake Rooney's glove. That's going to bring Goico up to the plate. Our score 8-2 now. Orofino still with the big advantage here. We're just in the top of the second inning. Grangeville trying to claw their way back. 2 down here in the frame. Goicoa at the plate. He singled in his last at-bat. Fastball just away for a ball, 1-0. Jackson standing out at second. Begins to venture away from the sack. Here's the 1-0. Slider missing outside as it finishes hard away from the right-handed hitter, Goicoa. From the stretch, Blake set chin high, and the 2-0 pitch on the way, swinging strike 1. Goicoa took a huge swing at that last pitch. He was going to get it all, and he was going to try and put that one over the left field fence. 2 balls and a strike to the shortstop for the Bulldogs. The pitch from Barlow, called strike 2. Blake Barlow and Hunter Gamble working like a well-oiled machine between pitcher and catcher in this one for the Maniacs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Here's the next offering, high for ball 3. Taden Wasmuth, the cleanup hitter, on deck. Working from the stretch once again. Barlow, after getting the sign, checks the runner at second. And the payoff pitch, swung on, chopped foul up the third base line. Sticking his hand out there, Lee Nadiger. I mean, there was a day when Nadiger, when he used to play for Grangeville, would easily come up with that ball. He was such a quick third baseman. 3 balls, 2 strikes to David Goicoa at the plate. Yeah, just missing for ball 4. So Goicoa will draw a base on balls. Third walk issued by starting pitcher Barlow. So runners at first and second with 2 away, and the cleanup hitter, Taden Wasmuth, will come to the plate. 1 across here for Grangeville in the top of the second, and this is all coming with 2 gone. First pitch by Barlow, there is a strike. Taden wanted to pull the trigger and said, no, it's too high, and it was a called strike to the tall right-hander for the Bulldogs standing at home plate. Working from the stretch, Barlow's pitch, curveball, called strike 2. Once again, Blake Barlow has worked ahead of most all of these batters. 0-2. Here's the waste pitch, swinging third strike, and that's going to do it for the Bulldogs. They do pick up a run on 2 hits. They leave 2 out there. Our score, Orofino 8, Grangeville 2. We come back right after this.
Feel the warm sunshine, breathe in the scent of blooming flowers, and embrace the joy of retirement at Orofino's premier retirement community. This is Deneen Bretz, director at Brookside Landing. Imagine relaxing by the creek with a fresh cup of coffee, surrounded by gorgeous scenery, all without the hassle of home maintenance. No more lawn mowing, no more repairs, just carefree living your way. Discover the beauty of Brookside Landing. Call today at 476-2000 and make this spring the start of something wonderful. Brookside Landing, where retirement feels like home.
Get ready to fiesta at Fiesta and Jalisco Mexican Restaurant this Sunday and Monday for Cinco de Mayo. Enjoy our giant salsa bar loaded with bold, fresh flavors. Plus, experience the excitement of our surprise no-menu dinner special. You'll love it. Indulge in mouth-watering authentic Mexican dishes and decadent desserts, all in a lively, festive atmosphere. Join the celebration at Fiesta and Jalisco on Johnson Avenue in Orofino. Viva la fiesta! Don't miss it.
Happy to sponsor in part today's Maniac broadcast. Best Built Builder Supply, Main Street Tire, and Clearwater Valley Health. Well, we are through an inning and a half of play and the Bulldogs were able to put up another run in their half of the second. Maniacs lead this one 8-2. Ethan Gilmore, Nick Bonner, Reese Mary. Hitters 5, 6, and 7 are scheduled up here as we go to the second inning of play. Orofino in that first inning sent 13 batters to the plate. Ethan will step in as Traven Sickles is back out on the hill. Traven sends the first pitch in there, jackknifing out of the way is Gilmore. Ball 1.
Second, so Maniac, number 7, Gilmore. On deck number 3, Bonner.
Sickles working from the windup, the right-hander with the 1-0 pitch. And this one's going to be sent out into center field. It'll be gathered up there by Poxleitner, and just like that, the Maniacs continue to hit this ball off of first Brown and now Sickles. That is their 8th base hit of today's game. Ethan Gilmore starting off the second inning with a single. Nick Bonner, the Maniac left fielder, stands at the plate as Sickles works from the stretch, swinging strike 1. Nick, a huge cut on that first pitch, looking to send something out into left field. The 0-1 on the way to him, high, ball 1. Nick singled in his first at-bat, stole second base, and then came home to score. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch tight to Nick for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike now. At first base, Gilmore, he'll venture away. He's held on by Talon Brown. There's the 2-1. Swinging strike 2. That was a wicked slider from Sickles. Started inside and then tailed away from the right-handed hitter, and somebody pulled the table out from underneath the bottom of it. Pitch is swung on and fouled back, so Bonner keeping his at-bat alive here. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nick ready at home plate once again. As Sickles set chin high, pitch is swung on and fouled over the top of the screen, or just into the screen. As Nick, a little behind that last pitch, fouls it off to his right and behind him. 2 balls, 2 strikes still to the Maniac left fielder standing at home plate. Change up, swung on, flare out into left center field, and it is going to be caught by the left fielder out there, Wasmith, who lays himself out. What a catch. That ball was destined to hit the grass, and Taden Wasmith lays himself out and robs Nick Bonner of a base hit. I'll tell you what, that was a good piece of hitting by Nick Bonner. Got the pitch he wanted, didn't try and do anything special with it, just looped it out into the left field, but a nice catch by Wasmith. 1 away now for Reese Mary. Reese representing the 7th hitter for the Maniacs. Squares to bunt. Here's the throw down to first, and on a hop, it's into the glove of Talon Brown. Sliding back in is Gilmore. Mary looked as though he offered at the pitch. Didn't see our home plate umpire. He says, strike 1, 0-1. Here's the next pitch swung on. This one's hit high, foul side of first. Brown giving chase in the warning track, and he lost the handle on it and falls into the dirt for strike 2. That could have easily been the second out here in the Maniac second inning of play, but Reese Mary gets to live to see at least one more pitch. That ball just fell out of Brown's glove, just to the outfield side of the Bulldog dugout. 0-2 now. Time called. I'm not sure what's going on here, but, I see our home plate umpire has just shown Reese Mary where the plate is at and where the chalk is at, and says you can't go past this portion of the chalk. Can't stand on the plate. Here's the pitch, missing high and wide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reese is a competitor. This young man like his father and his uncle who played Maniac baseball. He's going to do everything he can to come up with a hit. The 1-2 on the way to Reese. Swung on, a little ground ball foul up the third base line. Reese built just like his father, who we used to call Twig Mary. Very slightly built. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Slider taken in there for a called third strike, and that'll do it for Reese. Second out for the Maniacs here in the second inning of play. First strikeout for Sickles since entering last frame.
On deck number 9, Gamble.
Here is Jake Runia now. 2 gone and 1 base runner out there for Orofino. He's going to send one high deep to left field, giving chase on it is Wasmuth. It's over his head. It'll make its way all the way to the warning track. Rounding third, coming home is Gilmore. Here comes the throw to the plate, and sliding it and out at home is Ethan Gilmore. What a tag put on by Thane Williams. What a throw by left fielder Taden Wasmuth, and Gilmore is thrown out trying to score from first base, and that'll do it for the Maniacs. They still have an 8-run advantage here after 2 innings of play. Our score 8-2. We will come back right after this.
There's nothing better when it comes to knocking down hillside weeds than the trusted name of steel trimmers, available today from Olive's Auto Parts. In Orofino on Michigan Avenue, Olive's Auto Parts offers the Steel FS56R loop handle gas-powered trimmer. From fine lawn edging to chopping down nasty thistle, now $199.99. Or the professional Steel FS91R loop handle, $329.99. Steel brand power tools, sold and serviced at Olive's Auto Parts, Orofino.
A new year, a new you. Ready to take the first step toward a stronger, healthier you? Peak Physical Therapy, Michigan Avenue, Orofino has you covered. Strength training can change your life, no matter your age. Whether you're 18 or 80, there's incredible value in strength training. Peak Physical Therapy and Wellness has beginner-friendly programs tailored just for you, with expert guidance from our gym manager, Kaylee. Peak Physical Therapy, your partner in building strength and confidence. Call or visit us on Michigan Avenue, Orofino.
Rick Lundgren of Family Eye Care, Renata's Cakery, and Fiesta and Jalisco all backing the Maniacs. Fiesta and Jalisco, of course, all excited about Cinco de Mayo, which is coming up this weekend. Head out to Fiesta and have yourself some fantastic Mexican food as they celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Traven Sickles going to start things off here for the Bulldogs here in the top of the third inning. 8-2 is our score. Orofino leads Grangeville. Swings to the first pitch, delivered up there by Blake Barlow. Strike 1.
Bulldog number 33, Sickles. On deck number 6, Brown.
Sickles ready at the plate. And the pitch is going to be swung on and fouled back. 0-2 to Traven. Traven was the starting first baseman, then was called in to try and deliver the third out back in the first. Just Bulldog pitching has struggled against this Maniac squad. Here's the 0-2 called third strike. Sickles will go down looking at strike 3. 1 gone here in the frame. That is the 4th strikeout now for Blake Barlow. What a way to end the bottom of the second inning. A fantastic throw by the left fielder to gun down a Maniac runner, Ethan Gilmore, at home plate for the third out. Brown at the plate takes the first pitch for a called strike. Once again, Hunter Gamble doing his work to frame those pitches nicely for our home plate umpire. 0-1 to Tallum. Next offering on the way, strike 2. You can see Tallum almost fall over. He wanted to take a swing at that. He bent into the pitch, wanted to pull the trigger, and he does not. The 0-2 from Barlow, high, ball 1. And Tallum thinking, though, he got happy feet standing there at home plate. He wanted to pull the trigger on that pitch that was about eye high. Barlow, the 1-2 pitch. Swinging, third strike. 2 away now here for the Bulldogs. That is the 5th strikeout tossed up there by starting pitcher Blake Barlow.
On deck number 11, Long.
My gosh. 2 away now. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Cooper Poxleitner. Pitch outside, ball 1. Cooper has the sign from Lee Nadiger up that third base line. Here's the 1-0. Fastball missing low. 2 balls and no strikes. Cooper will step back in. The fleety center fielder at the plate. High, the next offering to him for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Blake, the short walk up onto the rubber. He's ready to go to work, and here's the 3-0 pitch. That is taken for a called strike, as Cooper was going to toss the bat thinking it was ball 4. 3 balls and 1 strike to Mr. Poxleitner. Barlow kicks and fires the pitch. Swung on, and this one's going to be hit foul over the top of the screen out of play to the right. 3-2. So Blake has battled his way back into the count. Went down 3-0 to Cooper before he got a called strike, and now a swinging foul. Here's the 3-2. Oh, just off of the dish, ball 4. So Cooper will draw a base on balls with 2 gone. 4th walk given up by Barlow.
At number 11, Long. On deck.
Here is the 8th hitter in the lineup for the Bulldogs, Troy Long. Troy went down swinging in his first at-bat. That's how he started the second inning out for Grangeville. Pitch is a curveball, drops in there for a called strike. Blake doing a pretty good job to mix up his pitches here in the early going of this baseball game. A lot of junk tossed up there. Here's the 0-1. Fastball missing away. Throw down to first, and sliding in is Poxleitner. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Barlow working from the stretch. He'll come set. And the 1-1. Right down Main Street, however, it finishes low for ball 2. Caleb Wilson, the designated hitter. He is hitting for Tate Thacker, the third baseman. Wilson in the on-deck circle. 2 away here. Pitches swung through for strike 2. Blake leans in. He's got the sign. And here is the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on. This one's going to be hit high, and they're off the mask is Gamble. And he will make the catch behind home plate for the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left out there for the Bulldogs in the top of the 3rd. Maniacs lead 8-2. We'll be back right after this.
With a P1FCU Ascend checking account, you get more than great dividends. Imagine having an entire branch in your pocket. Who needs a checkbook when you have a digital wallet? The only thing I check these days are my dividends.
Access your account anytime, anywhere. Simplify your life and start earning more with Ascend Checking. Get yours today at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Mother's Day is almost here. Treat Mom to something extra sweet from Renata's Cakery Orofino. From fresh baked pies to irresistible cakesicles, cupcakes, cake pops, and creamy ice cream cakes, we've got everything to make her smile. But don't wait, order early. Our treats are handmade with love and always in high demand. Stop by Renata's Cakery, Main Street, Orofino, or call now to reserve your favorites. This Mother's Day, give Mom the gift of sweet memories. Renata's Cakery, love at first bite.
Simmons Natal Enterprises, Finke Logging, P1FCU, some of the proud backers bringing you Maniac Baseball here on 1300 KLER Orofino. And for those of you streaming live on YouTube, thank you. Our frequency there, KLER 1300 AM. Jake Runia, Hunter Gamble, Blake Barlow, hitters 8, 9, and 1 for Orofino in the third inning. Maniacs lead 8-2 over Grangeville. Back out on the hill, Sickles. And he starts him out with a pitch missing away, ball 1. Sickles, not the traditional over-the-shoulder pitcher. He's going to drop down a little from the side. This time he comes with a fastball over the top, strike 1. So Draven's going to give you a couple of different looks. This fastball straight over the top, the slider, he drops his elbow in. The 1-1 from Sickles on the way. Ooh, inside, and did it hit him? No, they're going to say it was a swinging strike. Jake Runia tried to get out of the way of the pitch, and he swung the bat through the strike zone. Or, excuse me, Hunter Gamble. Pitch is fouled at the plate. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the pitch on the way to Hunter. Swung on, a little nubbler out to the left side of Goikoa at shortstop. Here's the toss, and it is good. And what do? Talon Brown tosses that ball to Thane Williams. Give that dog a bone. He's hustling up that first base line. He is there to cover anything that might be off the mark. And so Hunter Gamble is thrown out, 6-3, the first out for the Maniacs here. So now we go to the top of the order for Blake Barlow. Nobody out on the sacks for the Maniacs. Back to the top of the order. Pitch on the way to Barlow. There's that slider again. It misses wildly off the plate for ball 1. Blake had a single back in the first and scored. Walked and scored in the second. Pitch is swung on, a little ground ball to the left side of Jackson at second. He'll make the easy toss, and there are 2 away. So 2 gone for Orofino here in their half of the third inning. It's going to bring the Maniac shortstop up to the plate, Jagger Tonnevo. Jagger singled and scored in the first inning. Also walked in the second, picked up an RBI when the bags were full. Pitch on the way to the left-hander Jagger. I don't think I'll swing at that. He left it alone, ball 1. Good thing. This is the second time through the lineup for Jagger to see Sickles. High and away the next offering to the left-handed hitter standing at home plate. Jagger, the only left-handed hitter in our game right now. Grangeville, all righties. Jagger, the lefty for the Maniacs, is going to take a poke at this one and foul it over the top of the left field fence into the batting cages. 2-1 now. Jagger ready at the plate, and Sickles deals. This one is a ground ball underneath the glove of the third baseman out into left field. A 2-out single by Jagger Tonnevold here in the third inning of play, and the Maniacs look to get it going once again against the Bulldog pitching. Again, Talon Brown, the book is finished on him. He was the starter for the Bulldogs. He gave up 7 runs on 6 hits in 2/3 innings of work. Jagger walks away from first, being held on by Brown. Naranjo at the plate. He'll take a pitch for a strike, and stolen base to Jagger Tonnevold as he took off on Sickles. Sickles saw him going and just dealt a strike to the dish. Now the 0-1. Swung on, fly ball towards the gap, and this one looks as though it's going to get down, and it will. Rounding third and coming home to score is Tonnevold. A ringing RBI double from Quentin Naranjo. Again, hit them where they're not, and Quentin goes the opposite direction and put it right between long and right field, and Poxleitner in center sent it for a long ride. Picks up the run. The Maniacs now have a 9-2 advantage over the Bulldogs. Aiden Olive now. Aiden calls time. Wants to readjust his gloves. He steps back in. First offering to Aiden is a fastball. Here's the throw down to third, and it ends up out into left field. Up on his feet is Naranjo. He's on his way home, and he will score. So give Quentin a stolen base, and then he scores on the throw from home that ends up out into left field. And it is now 10-2 Orofino. Pitch to Aiden, missed for a ball. Here's the 1-0 now on the way. High and tight for ball 2. With 2 outs, the Maniacs with 2 singles have scored 2 runs. Just crazy. 2-0 on the way. Swinging strike by Aiden. He was looking to lift that one out over the left field fence. 2-1. Maniacs once again. Huge lead. 8 runs over the Bulldogs. Here's the 2-1 delivery to Aiden. Inside as he twists out of the way of a pitch that was going to get him right in the midsection. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gilmore on deck. Pitch on the way to Aiden, missing outside. Oh, my gosh. And he just got told it was strike 2. Aiden had tossed the bat. He was taking off his shin guard, and our home plate umpire said strike 2. We're all flummoxed by that last call. Here's the 3-2. Fastball, low, ball 4. So Aiden will draw a base on balls. 1 aboard for Orofino. 2 across, 2 gone.
Number 7.
Ethan Gilmore now.
Number 3, Barner.
Gilmore singled his last at-bat, tried to score from first base, and was thrown out on a fantastic throw from left fielder Wassman. High, ball 1, the first pitch. Working from the stretch, Gilmore ready at the plate. Here is the pitch from Sickles. Swung on, and it's underneath the glove of Sickles and out into center field. Ethan Gilmore with a nice single. That pushes Olive over to second base. Again, the Maniacs, once they have a couple of outs, they never say die. They just find the pitch that they can do something with, and they have been tagging single after single after single, mixing a couple of doubles. 2 out on the sacks for Orofino with Nick Bonner now at the plate. Takes the first pitch, curveball away, strike 1. Caught enough of the front half of the plate to get a strike from our home plate umpire. The 0-1 runner going. Pitch is taken for ball 1, and Aiden Olive is now at third base. Maniacs are just stealing bags left and right. Orofino with runners at the corners. Let's see if they elect to put the game into motion. 1 ball and 1 strike now for the Maniac left fielder, Bonner. Runners away from the corners, and the pitch. Outside, ball 2. Sickles looking for and has the sign now from Williams. Set letter high. Inside, ball 3. 3-1. Away from third, Olive. Gilmore away from first. Pitch is swung on, fly ball center field, moving back on his Poxleitner. Sets up, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. But Orofino scores 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 2 out there. It's 10-2 Maniacs. We'll be back right after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camus Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camus Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Orofino Police Department, Debco Construction, Riverside Physical Therapy. They are three of the many fine sponsors who are helping to bring you the postseason of the District 1, 2, 3A baseball championships. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Jones, KLER Orofino, and streamed on YouTube, KLER 1300 AM. For the Bulldogs, we are going to be looking at hitters 9, 1, and 2, Wilson, Williams, Jackson. Blake Barlow is back out on the hill.
Number 99.
Blake has done a fantastic job, giving up just 2 runs on 3 hits through 3 innings of play. Swung on the first pitch on 2 hops to Jagger, and the toss across is good, and there's 1 away, just like that. Second time that Caleb has grounded out to Jagger at shortstop in today's game. Now we go to the top of the order, and that's going to bring to the plate today's catcher for the Bulldogs, Thane Williams. First pitch is a curveball, taken, strike 1. Williams is 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and a walk and a single. Pitch is high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thane cocks that bat over his right shoulder, and the 1-1 pitch on the way. Curveball, slider, taken, strike 2. Blake likes to sprinkle that pitch in every once in a while. Again, it starts high and tails away from the right-handed hitters. Comes back with a pitch that ends up in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right now, you're looking at Thane Williams at the plate, and he represents the 2 runs that the Bulldogs have on the scoreboard. Swinging, third strike, and Hunter Gamble will start that ball around the horn. There are 2 away for the Bulldogs here in the 4th inning of play. That is the 6th strikeout now, delivered by starting pitcher Blake Barlow.
Number 7, Jackson. On deck, number 12.
J.T. Jackson for Grangeville, the big right-hander. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. That pitch from Blake finished probably at about 53 feet. The only problem is that plate's 56 feet away, 60 feet. Pitch is taken for a strike. One ball, 1 strike to the second baseman, Jackson. Swung on, a chopper to the left side of the infield on the second hop. Tonnevold has it, and the toss is good, and the Bulldogs are retired in order here in the 4th. Bottom of the 4th, Maniacs coming up to the plate. They lead it 10-2.
Looking for the perfect place to stay in Orofino? Welcome to Conkleville Motel on Michigan Avenue. You'll find spotless rooms, a complimentary breakfast, and ample parking for your boats or trailers. Take a relaxing soak in our steaming hot tub while enjoying views of the surrounding hills and Orofino Creek Canyon. For you fishermen, our indoor heated fish cleaning station is ready after reeling in your giant catch. Call 208-476-5584 or book online at ConklevilleMotel.com. Conkleville Motel, where comfort meets the great outdoors.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Our game is brought to you in part by some fine friends, including Barlow Quality Trust, Watson's Market, and Peak Physical Therapy. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Jones. Thank you for listening in to Maniac Baseball today. Orofino leads this one 10-2 over the Grangeville Bulldogs. For Orofino here in the bottom of the fourth, it's the bottom of the order. Reese Mary, Jake Runia, and Hunter Gamble scheduled up.
Bottom of the fourth.
Back out on the hill is Traven Sickles.
Number 18, Mary. On deck, number 22.
Traven, since entering in the first inning, has struck out one, has walked three. Reese at the plate. He's ready as he rests the bat on his right shoulder. Now he'll load it. And the first pitch is a fastball finishing low for ball one. Reese is 0 for 2 on the day. He's grounded out to shortstop Goykoa and went down looking. Checks his swing, a pitch that is inside for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. Sickles, working from the windup, deals the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, and this one is chopped foul at the third baseline. 2-1. So we're going to get that baseball retrieved and sent over towards the third base dugout. Reese will step back in. Bangs that bat onto home plate. He's ready, and here's the Sickles 2-1. Inside, fastball, strike 2. Ooh. Reese, by the time he thought about pulling the trigger, it was too late. 2-2 to Mary. Here's the next offering. Swung on a chopper to the shortstop, gobbled up by Goykoa, and the transfer is in time, and there's one gone. Second time that Reese has grounded out to the shortstop Goykoa today. What a great glove, Goykoa over there at shortstop. We were discussing, some other broadcasters and I were discussing, Goykoa seems like he has been on this team for like 6 years. Jake Runia takes the first pitch, curveball, strike 1. Goykoa has been somewhat of a thorn in the Maniacs' side. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, fly ball left field, and this one, the glove is up there and making the catch is Wasmuth. Tagging the ball hard was Jake Runia, but nice job by Taden Wasmuth in left field to track it and make the nice catch in left field. There's 2 away.
Gamble on deck, number 11, Barlow.
Hit it absolutely dead center, just right at the glove of Wasmuth. Hunter Gamble now with 2 away. His last at-bat, he grounded out to Goykoa. First offering on the way to him is taken for a strike at the belt. 0-1. Hunter is 1 for 2 with a run scored today in this 9-hole. Ground ball to Goykoa. Gobbles it up. And the vacuum throws it across to the first baseman, and that'll do it as Orofino goes down in order here in the 4th. Top of the 5th, when we come back for the Bulldogs, they find themselves down to Orofino 10-2. We'll return after this.
It happens every May. Postseason high school baseball, softball, tennis, track and field, and the Orofino Maniacs are always in the hunt for a 3A title. Atkinson Distributing is proud to support the winning tradition of Orofino Maniac athletics. Year after year, Orofino student athletes bring home district and state championships, and it's all thanks to strong community support, so don't miss a game. Atkinson Distributing, your local provider of quality Chevron fuels with Techron, diesel, and home heating oils. Go Maniacs from your friends at Atkinson Distributing.
Best wishes, area high school sports teams, from your friends at Innovative Electric Services. Are you in need of a local, reliable electrician? Whether it's your home, business, or industrial facility, Innovative Electric Services has you covered. From wiring and lighting to full electrical upgrades, our expert team delivers safe, high-quality work on time and on budget. No job is too big or small. Call Innovative Electric Services today at 208-476-3321. Powering your world with innovation.
Main Street Tire, the Real Estaters, and Pizza Factory are proud sponsors of Orofino Baseball here on KLER. Hi, everyone. I'm Jeff Jones, and you're listening to the District 1-2 championship game between the Orofino Maniacs and Grangeville Bulldogs. For Grangeville, they will come to the plate here in the 5th inning, and they will bring Goikoa, Wasmuth, and Sickles up to the plate as Blake Barlow back on the hill. Orofino leads 10-2. Blake winds and fires the first pitch just off the dish for ball 1. Goikoa today is 1 for 2. Singled and RBI'd in the first inning of play. Curveball, that ball's in there for a called strike. Somebody pulled the table right underneath that pitch, and he just drops right into the glove of Gamble for a strike. A ball and a strike now to the tall right-hander, David Goikoa. Next pitch, high, 2-1. Short trip back up onto the hill for Blake, and immediately he goes to work. The 2-1. Swung on a ground ball to Tonderville at short, and he will make the toss, and there's one gone. We encourage you to listen into our sister station, 103.3 KLER FM. At 2:45 today, the Lady Maniacs begin the District 1-2 tournament from Orofino Elementary. They'll face off against Kellogg. Caden Wasmuth at the dish with one gone for the Bulldogs. Pitches in the dirt to him for a ball, 1-0. Caden hitting in that cleanup spot for Grangeville. Zero luck against Blake Barlow. He went down twice swinging. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, and this one is going to be hit right past the head of Blake Barlow out into center field. Blake just hung a curveball out there, and Caden said, I like that one. And so he singles to center field.
At bat number 32, Sickles.
That is only the 4th hit that Blake Barlow has given up today. Sickles at the dish for the Bulldogs. Curveball, and it'll be taken for a ball, 1-0. The big right-hander, Traven Sickles. The pitcher for the Bulldogs entering back in the first inning with 2 outs, just trying to find that out. Won't pull the trigger on a curveball on the outside, taken for strike 1. The big right-hander opens up his stance at home plate. The Barlow 1-1 delivery. Fastball taken, strike 2. 1-2. And again, Blake taking his time. Now he'll set his right foot in front of the rubber. Has the sign. Set. And the 1-2 offering on the way low. Here's the throw down to first. Dug out nicely by Gilmore. And back in on his hands is Wasmuth. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mr. Sickles, standing at home plate. Blake will come set. The 2-2. Swung on a ground ball to the third baseman. Naranjo's on it. Tossed to second for one. Here's the relay to first. Dug out. It is not in time as it gets underneath the glove of first baseman Gilmore. And so Traven will hit into a fielder's choice as Tatum Wasmuth is thrown out 5-4 for the second out. Maniacs nearly had the double play. So now we're going to have Lee Nadiger come down and have a quick conversation with our home plate umpire. It looks as though we have a courtesy runner in for Sickles, who is now at second by virtue of the overthrow. 2 gone and a runner in scoring position for Talon Brown. From the stretch, Barlow checks the runner, and now he'll turn, but there will be no throw to second. We'll see if we can find out who that is at second as far as courtesy running for Traven Sickles. Pitch is going to be swung on and fouled back. Strike 1 on Talon. Brown was the reason for the third out back in the first inning of play when he ran into a ground ball off of the bat of Cooper Poxleitner. Interference on the base runner, and there was the third out. Brown will foul off the next pitch, 0-2. His last at bat, Talon went down swinging on a nice hook by starting pitcher Blake Barlow. Blake a couple of strikes ahead of Brown. Let's see what he has for a waste pitch. Here's the 0-2. Oh, gosh, just missing off the dish with a fastball, ball 1. The big right-hander steps in, measures the outside, then the inside half of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Barlow delivery is low for ball 2. 10-2 our score. Orofino leads Grangeville here in this District 1-2 3A Central Idaho League Championship game. Here's the Barlow 2-2 delivery on the way. That is, I'm not sure where that was, but our home plate umpire said ball 3. Didn't miss by much. 3-2 to Talon Brown. The next pitch, swinging third strike, and that's going to do it for the Bulldogs here in the 5th inning of play. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left out there. Maniacs going to see if they can get it done here in the bottom of the 5th. They lead 10-2. We'll return after this.
Swing for the fences. Orofino Hanson Garage proudly supports Maniac athletes. Whether you're sliding into home, making that game-winning catch, or bringing the crowd to its feet, we're cheering you on every step of the way. Just like you bring your A game to the field, Hanson Garage brings it to your vehicle. From tune-ups to major repairs, we deliver top-notch service and unbeatable deals that keep you rolling. Head to Hanson Garage Orofino, where hometown pride meets hometown service. Go Maniacs!
Clearwater Valley Health and Orofino Health Clinic is a proud sponsor of Orofino High School athletics this postseason. We salute the athletes, coaches, and families whose dedication, teamwork, and spirit inspire our community. Just like you give your all on the field, we give our all in providing top-quality care to keep you healthy, strong, and ready to win on and off the field. From routine checkups to injury care, we're here for you every step of your journey. Clearwater Valley Health, supporting champions on the field and in life. Go Maniacs!
Atkinson Distributing, Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services, and our very good friends at Les Schwab Tire Center are happy to bring you Maniac Baseball here on KLER Orofino. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff Jones. The Orofino Maniacs right now on top of the Grangeville Bulldogs, 10-2 in this, the championship game of the District 1-2 Central Idaho League Tournament. The winner will host Super Regionals next week. The loser will have to fight their way through Priest River for a possible chance to go to regionals. To start things off, it's Barlow. Traven Sickles on the hill, and the first pitch missing inside for ball 1. Lake today is 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored. The 1-0 delivery on the way. Swung on, fouled over the top of the screen off to the right. 1-1. Orofino up by 8. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Sickles rocks kicks that left leg. Pitch is swung on. Two-hopper to the third baseman. Losing it is Thacker. I'll tell you what, that was a tough ball to handle. Thacker tried to take a short hop, and that ball ended up into his chest on the second hop. Not a routine play. We're going to give Blake a single on that. That was tough. Tonnevold now. Tonnevold represents the winning run standing at home plate. Runner going. There will be a throw now to second, and it's not in time. As second clutching the ball out of his glove as Williams might have had a chance. Blake Barlow is able to come up with a stolen base. Pitch missed for a ball to Jaeger. The 1-0 takes a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Away from second base, Barlow. The 1-1 delivery on the way, swung on and fouled into the screen off to the left. 1-2. Quentin Naranjo on deck. Aiden Olive is in the hole. Sounds like hits. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tonnevold. Swung on a ground ball to the second baseman. Jackson is up on it. He'll make the toss, and there's 1 away. On the play, Barlow goes from second to third. 1 away here for Orofino in their half of the 5th inning.
35, Olive.
Quentin will come to the plate now. Stickles kicks and fires. Pitch inside, and it nearly took off the hat of Quentin. I think that's a first pitch that says, I know what you can do. I'm going to let you know what I can do as well. Ball 1. Quentin going to take his time, as when he got out of the way of that last pitch, twisted at his waist, got his head out of the way, the most important part of him. Now he's ready at the plate. Here's the 1-0. It's going to be popped up. Off of the mask is Williams, and Williams makes the catch in foul ground for the second out. 2 away now for Orofino.
At bat number 35, Olive.
So in scoring position is Blake Barlow down there at third base. He singled to start this inning, stole second, and then went to third. Here's Olive now. And Olive is going to get tagged. First pitch came right inside on him and hit him squarely between the shoulder pads. Oh, my gosh. No padding there. So he'll jog on down to first base. Runners at the corners for Ethan Gilmore. Wow. Just not so certain about that. Defensive signs from Williams out in front of home plate now. 2 gone for Orofino here in their half of the 5th inning. Ethan looking to get something done here for Orofino. Ethan's going to hit this one high onto the infield. That's Thacker, the third baseman, on the infield grass, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. No runs for the Maniacs on a hit here in the 5th inning. They lead it 10-2. The 6th inning for Grangeville when we come back after this.
Looking for comfort, affordability, and award-winning hospitality? Come stay at the Best Western Lodge at River's Edge in Orofino. Proudly named one of the top 10 motels in the Northwest and winner of numerous Best of the Best awards. With 49 warm and inviting rooms, a relaxing pool and jacuzzi, and breathtaking river views, it's the perfect getaway for travelers and fans alike. Whether you're here for adventure or cheering on the Maniacs in postseason play, good luck. We've got your stay covered. Best Western Lodge at River's Edge, where comfort meets excellence in Orofino.
Simmons Natal Sanitation wants to wish the best of luck to all the amazing student athletes competing in postseason baseball, softball, track and field, golf, and tennis. Whether you're swinging for the fences, racing for gold, or aiming for that perfect putt, we're proud of your hard work and dedication. From the first pitch to the final match, Simmons Natal Sanitation is cheering you on as you chase that state championship dream. Go get 'em, teams. Your community is behind you all the way. Good luck from Simmons Natal Sanitation.
Listen in at the conclusion of today's game when we honor an Orofino athlete with the KLER Pizza Factory Player of the Game Award. Some lucky young man will receive a personal pizza and a medium soft drink of his choice from our very good friends at the Pizza Factory. Our score 10-2. We are through 5 innings of play, and the Bulldogs will look to hitters 7, 8, and 9 to try and get something done here. Poxleitner, Long, and Wilson are scheduled up here in the frame. Back out on the hill, taking his warm-up tosses, Blake Barlow. As, again, this portion of the lineup, Poxleitner, Long, and Wilson, they are 0-4-6 in our ball game today. Blake Barlow has owned this portion of the lineup for Grangeville. Everybody gathers behind the mound, gives Blake a slap on the back, and they said, go out there and do your work. Poxleitner's ready, and here's the first pitch. It's a fastball missing away, 1 ball and no strikes. Barlow working very quickly from the mound, swinging strike 1 by Cooper. 1-1 now. Big right-hander standing down there at home plate. Barlow with the 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled back. 1-2. Again, the Lady Maniacs will begin their Central Idaho League District 1-2 tournament. You can hear that game on KLER FM at 3 o'clock today. Oh, there's a called third strike delivered right at the waist of the right-handed hitter, Poxleitner, just off the dish. He goes down looking. The first out for the Bulldogs. 7th strikeout now. The 8th strikeout for Blake Barlow. Troy Long with nobody out on the bags for the Bulldogs. Low, the first offering to him for ball 1.
Number 11, Long, on deck number
We're in the 6th inning of play. Maniacs lead Bulldogs here 10-2. And this one is in the dirt with the fastball. That's an issue with release point for the right-handed hurler, Blake Barlow. Just held onto that fastball a little too long. The 2-1 now on the way. Oh, that's taken right above the belt for a called strike. 2-1. Blake battling there after that last pitch said, I knew what I did wrong. Here's the one that I know I can get a strike. Here's a pitch. It swung on, and this is going to be fouled off the back of home plate. The ball ends up in the grass of the infield. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Troy Long, the tall right-hander for Grangeville. The 2-2 on the way, just a little outside for ball 3. Outfield playing straight away. Infield straight away. Here's the 3-2. Just off the plate for ball 4. 5th walk now given up by starting pitcher Blake Barlow against 8 strikeouts and 1 hit batsman. So there's 1 out here for Grangeville in the 6th, and that will bring up the 9-hitter Caleb Wilson, the designated hitter. First offering on the way instead. Blake is going to step off the rubber. Time called as Hunter Gamble wants to head out and have a short visit with his starting pitcher. Maniacs looking to maybe come up with an inning-ending double play here in the top of the 6th inning. Orofino 10, Grangeville 2, in this, the Central Idaho League District Championship game. We're ready to go. First pitch to Wilson, taken, strike 1. Wilson 2 consecutive bounce outs to Jagger over at shortstop. 0-1 on the way. Swinging strike 2. Over at first base, taking a very short lead is Long. The waste delivery on the way, swung on, and just getting a piece of it is Wilson to keep his at-bat alive. Gathering up that loose baseball is the on-deck batter. That's Williams. 1-2. Oh, just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Caleb Wilson, the designated hitter, hitting in the 9th spot for Grangeville. Barlow is set, and the 1-2. Swung on, chopper right back to the mound. Throw to second for 1. Here's the relay to first. It is in time. It is a 1-6-3 double play. And the Maniacs set aside the Bulldogs here in the 6th inning on a phenomenal comebacker off the bat of Wilson right to Blake Barlow, who starts the 1-6-3 double play. We come back with the Maniacs 6th right after this.
A shout out from Finke Logging, wishing the very best to the Orofino Maniacs as they head to the postseason. Whether it's baseball, softball, golf, track and field, or tennis, we're cheering you on all the way. Finke Logging has proudly supported Maniac Sports for years, and we're honored to employ the hardworking men and women who keep Idaho's forests thriving. From the woods to the winter circle, go get 'em, Maniacs. From Finke Logging, strong roots, strong teams.
Debco Construction is proud to back Maniac baseball and softball. As Orofino heads into postseason play, we're cheering loud and proud. At Debco Construction, we're more than just fans. We're the most trusted commercial general contractors in the Pacific Northwest, committed to building stronger communities by improving transportation and utility infrastructure across the region. From the field to the freeway, we believe in hard work, teamwork, and excellence. Debco Construction, proudly supporting Orofino and building a better Northwest. Let's go, Maniacs!
Hanson Garage, Best Western Lodge at River's Edge, Conkleville Motel. Backers of the Orofino Maniacs here in Central Idaho League District Championship play. I'm Jeff Jones, and we go now to the Orofino half of the 6th inning of play. Orofino is up by 8 runs in this one, 10-2. Nick Bonner, Reese Mary, Jake Runia are scheduled up here in the bottom of the 6th. Sickles is back out on the hill for the Bulldogs, and the right-hander begins and fires the first pitch low for ball 1. Again, a good-sized crowd on hand to see this championship game between these two powerhouses. The 1-0 on the way. Outside, ball 1. Nick today is 1 for 3 with a stolen base and a run scored. 2-0. Slider finishing low for ball 3, 3-0. Nick is ready at the plate, and here's the offering on the way to him. This one is low, ball 4. It gets underneath the wickets of Williams all the way back to the warning track. Nick Bonner draws a base on ball. 4th walk, now given up by
number 18, Mary, on deck number 22,
Reese Mary. And for the 2nd consecutive inning, the Maniacs have the winning run come up to the plate. Bonner away from first, being held on by Brown. Mary pitched to him, swung on. This one's high, but foul and out of play to the left. This one will make the batting cages. Big swing by Mary. Just got underneath the pitch, however, strike 1. Reese looking for his first hit on the day. Here's the 0-1. Change up. Here's the throw down to first, and it gets out of the glove of the first baseman, Brown, up the foul side of right field, and it's chased down by Troy Long, and so there's nothing that Nick Bonner could do as he dove back into the sack, and they said, just stay here. A ball and a strike now to Reese. Bonner away from first. Good size lead. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Fly ball into the gap at left center field. It's going to get down. Chasing it is Poxleitner, the center fielder, rounding second on his way to third. Now he's going to be whistled home. Come on home and score from first base, Nick Bonner. And going to third base and thrown out at third is Reese Mary. Reese slid into the bag and was tagged out at third and ran into the legs of third baseman Thacker. He's up on his feet now and making his way over to the dugout. The Maniacs pick up a run on the RBI double off of the bat of Reese Mary, and then it's thrown out 1-5 on the play. First out. Here's Jake Runia now. Maniacs 1 run away from winning the district championship. Pitch to Jake is over his head, bends at the waist and knees to get out of the way. Unfortunately, though, he left that bat up in the air. You want to get that bat out of the way because if the ball tings off of it, it's a strike. 1 ball, no strikes to Jake. Fastball inside, missing for ball 2. Traven Sickles has been coming inside against these right-handed hitters for the Maniacs. There's the 2-0. That is taken as a strike at the letters. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hunter Gamble on deck. 1 across and 1 gone here in the Maniac half of the 6th inning of play. Chopper up the third base line. That is a foul ball. 2-2 now. Runia is 2 for 3 on the day. Tagged his last at bat, a hard one, to Thaden Wasmuth in left field. The 2-2 to Jake. A curveball inside, tries to backdoor in that pitch, does Sickles. It's ball 3. 3-2. Here's Sickles' pitch. Swinging strike, and that'll do it for Jake. He's the second out for the Maniacs here in the 6th inning of play. Hunter Gamble now to the dish.
On deck number 11, Barlow.
Hunter looking. Orofino has had so many 2-out rallies in this game today. He's looking to start another one here. Inside once again, nearly takes off his head. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0. Traven winds and fires. Fastball low and away for a ball. 2-0 now. Should Hunter get on, we go to the top of the order. 2 gone here in the bottom of the 6th. Orofino leads Grangeville 11-2. The pitch. There's a hook in there for a strike. Short trip up onto the mound for Sickles as he digs into the glove. And the big right-hander deals. Swung on, a ground ball to the left side of the shortstop. Goikoa is on it. The transfer is good, and that'll do it for the Maniacs. But they do pick up a run on a hit, and they lead it 11-2. It's the last gasp effort for Grangeville. We go to the top of the 7th. We'll come back right after this.
The Orofino Police Department encourages all Maniac faithful come out this week to the A3 postseason baseball and softball. Hi, this is Chief Frazier encouraging you all to root for Orofino during championship tournaments. The Orofino Police Department knows that raising great kids in our schools and our athletic program means we're going to have great kids living and working in our community. The Orofino Police Department says, be there for our kids and go Maniacs.
Clearwater Health and Rehabilitation of Cascadia is hiring. CHR is looking for compassionate RNs, LPNs, and CNAs to join their amazing team. New to healthcare? No problem. Ask about the Nursing Assistant and Training Program, an entry-level opportunity where they provide the training and pay for your schooling. All you need is heart and a passion to care. Must be at least 17 to enroll. Start your journey into nursing today at Clearwater Health and Rehabilitation of Cascadia, where caring begins with you. Apply now.
Orofino Police Department, Finke Logging, along with our very good friends at Barlow Quality Trust, all backing Orofino here during the postseason and throughout the year on KLER Orofino. Well, it's the last gasp effort for the Bulldogs, visitors on the scoreboard, as we go to the top of the 7th inning. And it's the top of the order for Grangeville. Williams, Jackson, and Goicoa. Back out on the hill, Blake Barlow. Blake has struck out 8 Bulldogs. He has walked 5. He has given up just 2 runs in today's game on 4 hits. Looking to go the complete game. Williams at the plate, and the first pitch inside, ball 1.
Number 7, Jackson.
Thane today is 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored, singled in the 2nd inning. Takes a strike at the hands, 1-1. Barlow working very quickly from the hill. Pitch is low for a ball. Two balls and 1 strike. Pitch to Williams, swung on, hit foul out of play to the right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The right-hander taking his time outside of the box. Now he'll shuffle his way in. Taps the outside half of the plate. He's ready. And the 2-2 from Barlow. On the way, swinging, 3rd strike. Oh, Jager is now out on the hill. Yeah. So Jager is in. Thank you so very kindly. There is the first out for the Bulldogs here in the 7th inning of play. J.T. Jackson will come to the dish now, the big right-hander. First pitch on the way to him is a slider taken, strike 1. So it's Jager Tonnevold who pitched. As a matter of fact, he came in last frame, and we missed that. Here's the 0-1. High for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. So that's Blake, who's gone to the infield. Here's the 1-1, swung on, hit high in the air. First baseman Gilmore in foul ground, looking, and he can't find it. It's going to make the fence. 1 ball and 2 strikes to JT. Again, it's just an absolute gorgeous day. Nothing but blue sky. And anything that's hit high in the air straight up, you're having to try and pick that ball out of that blue curtain. There's the 1-2. Swung on, fly ball, foul out of play to the right. A ball and 2 strikes to Jackson. Tonnevold kicks and fires. This one's going to be hit high, but to the second baseman right there to make the catch is Mary. And there are 2 gone. It is game time for the Bulldogs. They are down to their last out. A little flare off the bat of Jackson.
On deck number 8, Watson.
David Goicoa. David today, he is 1 for 3. Pitch on the way to him. Inside, 1-0. Tonnevold working from the windup. He deals the 1-0. Oh, nice slider taken, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the shortstop, who has been perfect defensively today. The 1-1, swing, strike two. And now it is game time as the Bulldogs are down to their last strike here in the District 1-2 3A championship game. Jagger has the sign and fires the 1-2. Swung on, a ground ball, one hop back to the mound. Tonneval's got it. The transfer is good, and the Maniacs have won the District 1-2 Central Idaho League 3A championship as David Goikoa bounces out for the third and final out for the Bulldogs. The final score of this one, 11-2, Orofino defeats Grangeville for the fourth time this year. Orofino, again, has had their troubles with Grangeville over the years, but for the last 2 consecutive years have not allowed Grangeville a victory. And when it comes to this one here, they wanted to make sure that they came and they played their game, and they did exactly that behind the pitching of Blake Barlow and then Jagger Tonneval. The Maniacs come up with an 11-2 victory. As both teams standing down at home plate, they'll high-five across the way, and then the Maniacs will head out onto the field where they will receive the District Tournament Championship. The number 1 seed, Orofino Maniacs, will host the Super Regionals next week here at Orofino. Don't go away. Our Real Estaters post-game show when we return after this.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the beautiful Clearwater Valley? Trust the experts at Real Estaters on Michigan Avenue in Orofino. Our professional agents know the area inside and out, helping you find the perfect home or the right buyer. Speak with broker Keith Nichols today at 208-476-3134 or visit us online at buyorsellidaho.com. Whether it's a spacious country retreat or a cozy home in town, we're here to make your real estate dreams a reality. The Real Estaters, Orofino's trusted real estate professionals.
There's nothing better when it comes to knocking down hillside weeds than the trusted name of steel trimmers, available today from Olives Auto Parts. In Orofino on Michigan Avenue, Olives Auto Parts offers the Steel FS56R loop handle gas-powered trimmer. From fine lawn edging to chopping down nasty thistle, now $199.99. Or the professional Steel FS91R loop handle, $329.99. Steel brand power tools, sold and serviced at Olives Auto Parts, Orofino.
You've decided that those aching muscles, sore joints, and overall ill feeling has finally got to stop. Make today the day you start by visiting Peak Physical Therapy on Michigan Avenue, Orofino. Ask about visiting with one of our many qualified physical therapists about your issues and get onto the path of well-being. The goal of PT is to determine the root cause of your symptoms and move you forward to what you love. Peak Physical Therapy. Visit today and get healthy tomorrow.
With a P1FCU Ascend checking account, you get more than great dividends. Imagine having an entire branch in your pocket. Who needs a checkbook when you have a digital wallet? The only thing I check these days are my dividends.
Access your account anytime, anywhere. Simplify your life and start earning more with Ascend checking. Get yours today at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
We welcome you back here to the ballpark at Orofino. It is the Real Estaters post-game show. The Orofino Maniacs have defeated the Grangeville Bulldogs by the final score here of 11-2, and Orofino has gone out onto the field where they have received their Central Idaho League District 1-2 Tournament Championship trophy. The boys are asked to evacuate the third base dugout because that's where Priest River is going to go, and Priest River and Grangeville will play for the second place position here in the district tournament, as also the all-league team is being announced right now. We can do that as well. First team all-league players: David Goikoa from Grangeville, Quentin Naranjo from Orofino, Thane Williams from Grangeville, Blake Barlow from Orofino, J.T. Jackson from Grangeville, Jagger Tonneval, Orofino, Ethan Gilmore, Orofino,
The Orofino
And it looks like
we would like to congratulate Tyler
Bonner Nichols. Bonner Nichols. How about Nick Bonner from Orofino and Priest River also?
For Kellogg. Congratulations.
It's Jacob Best from Priest River making that first team.
Congratulations.
So again, congratulations to those first teamers. Also, a second team has been announced. Leighton Goins from Priest River, Traven Sickles from Grangeville, Colton Caprinko from Priest River, Logan Trombley of Priest River, Tyler Zumpy of Orofino making second team, Tayden Wasmith from Grangeville, from Kellogg, Talon Clark, and Preston Grasscamp, and from St. Mary's, Landon Holmes. As that is the second team, all-league players. Again, 11-2, the final score here. The Orofino Maniacs defeat the Grangeville Bulldogs, and with that victory, Orofino will host Super Regionals next week. And what we have right now are games that will take place on Friday and Saturday. We do not know who the opponents will be. And again, only the winners of Super Regionals will advance to the state playoffs this year. And so still waiting for head coach Scotty Tonneval to try and make his way up. And I believe he is going to be staying with his kids down there until all the awards are given away. So again, Orofino with the victory over the Grangeville Bulldogs. The final score again, 11-2. Orofino was constantly putting pressure on Grangeville here today. After Grangeville would score a run in the top of the first, the Maniacs would come back with 13 batters in the bottom of the first. They scored 8 runs on 7 hits, were never threatened after that. Grangeville never gave up, but the Maniacs would go on, of course, to win this one by 9 runs, 11-2. All kinds of festivities taking place down on the field right now as the first team players are standing down there. They are having their pictures taken once again as
R2025 All-League MVP is number 35,
Aiden Olive has just been announced as the All-League MVP. The Maniac with a solo home run last night for his squad in the victory over St. Mary's.
Let's give it up for Scotty Tonneval.
Scotty Tonneval has now just been introduced as the manager of the year for the Central Idaho League District 1-2 Championship. And so that's the reason why that he is still down out on the field as he shakes the hands of Aiden Olive and all the rest of the young men for Orofino and Grangeville. And again, Priest River in the first team all-league players. So they'll have their picture taken, and we will give Scotty just a few short moments because he's going to want to make his way up here to visit with us. So we're going to take another break. Don't go away. We will come back with more of the Real Estaters post-game show right after this.
This spring, the action is heating up, and Debco Crushing is proud to be a part of it. We're backing Maniac Sports all the way through postseason play, from powerful serves on the tennis court to lightning speed on the track and big hits on the baseball and softball fields. Our Orofino High School athletes are giving it their all. At Debco Crushing, we believe in supporting our community and cheering on the next generation of champions. So grab your gear, hit the stands, and let's show our Maniacs some love. Go Orofino, crush it this spring. Debco Crushing, solid support always.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
It's amazing that we wear something different every day to work and try our best to change up our look. New shoes or shirt or even a haircut can really make a difference. But when was the last time you changed out those glasses? If it's been more than a couple years since you visited your optometrist, now's the time. Dr. Rick Lindgren and staff at Family Eye Care are here to take care of your family's eyes. If your vision changes, even slightly, those old glasses you're wearing may not be doing you any favors. It only takes a few minutes to have your eyes professionally examined. You just may be surprised at how much you've been missing. Find new brand name frames for less than you might think. Accentuate your personal style with statement-making glasses for a look that's bold, original, and unforgettable. Let Family Eye Care help take care of your eyes. Call and make an appointment today at 476-4814. Family Eye Care, Michigan Avenue, Orofino, and Highway 12 West in Kamei. Come on in and see the difference.
Feel the warm sunshine, breathe in the scent of blooming flowers, and embrace the joy of retirement at Orofino's premier retirement community. This is Deneen Bretz, Director at Brookside Landing. Imagine relaxing by the creek with a fresh cup of coffee, surrounded by gorgeous scenery, all without the hassle of home maintenance. No more lawn mowing, no more repairs, just carefree living your way. Discover the beauty of Brookside Landing. Call today at 476-2000 and make this spring the start of something wonderful. Brookside Landing, where retirement feels like home.
Get ready to fiesta at Fiesta and Jalisco Mexican Restaurant this Sunday and Monday for Cinco de Mayo. Enjoy our giant salsa bar loaded with bold, fresh flavors. Plus, experience the excitement of our surprise no-menu dinner special. You'll love it. Indulge in mouth-watering authentic Mexican dishes and decadent desserts, all in a lively, festive atmosphere. Join the celebration at Fiesta and Jalisco on Johnson Avenue in Orofino. Viva la fiesta! Don't miss it.
We're back here at the ballpark at Orofino High School. Final score once again. The Orofino Maniacs defeat the Grangeville Bulldogs for the Central Idaho League District 1-2 championship. The final score of this one, 11-2. There's nothing better than hoisting that championship trophy up in the air than getting a chance to come up here and talk about it. And with us is head coach Scotty Tonnevold of Orofino Maniacs. Congratulations, Coach.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff, and congratulations to the Maniac team and that coaching staff.
My gosh, what a game today. I mean, Grangeville comes out. I mean, they immediately put a run up on the board, and you think, okay, these guys have come to play. You knew they would.
Yeah. No, you're never going to look past Grangeville. Those guys are always going to compete, and they're going to do it to the end. They're not going to let up at all.
You know, you had everything going your way. You started out with strong pitching from Blake Barlow. My gosh, Blake strikes out 6, I think, or 5, and then you bring Jager in, and he strikes out 3. I mean, again, you get some guys pitching, gives your other guys a chance to rest as well.
Yeah, pretty excited about Blake's performance today. You know, early season, he had a little bit of sore arm, you know, and he's worked through that. His uncles really helped him out on getting that arm back in shape, and we're just very fortunate to have a young man like that as a sophomore out there on the mound with his command and confidence and demeanor. And then to follow it up, him and Jager just swapped spots. And, you know, we're all really confident in both those kids and proud of how they both went out there and competed really hard and filled the zone up today. So really proud of those two guys on the mound.
You know, here you go, 11 runs on 14 hits against one Bulldog Air.
Yeah, the guys did their job today. You know,
wow.
we left a few runners on base in a few key situations where, you know, I'd love to capitalize, but that's water under the bridge. At the end of the day, our guys showed up today to compete and they barreled a lot of baseballs, ran the bases well, took advantage of, you know, some opportunities on the base paths and move into scoring position, and just really did a great job today all around. Really proud of the guys.
Take me back to third inning. Ethan's thrown out at home.
Yeah, you know, the shortstop, David, made a spectacular throw. It's spot on. Our slide was a little bit off. It was a little wonky, and our on-deck batter didn't get over there in time to, you know, control that situation. and his job's to be over there and let him know down, out. The slide was a little bit funky in regards to how he went about it, which gave them an opportunity to put a tag on, and they made a bang play, and I'll live with that one. I'm okay with it, and at the end of the day, good for them. It was a great relay.
And then of course there was a collision at third base here, with Reese, and it resulted in an out. Take me back to what happened there.
Yeah, so I'm up the line scoring Bonner, and when I look back, the ball had slightly caromed away. And my message to the guys, I haven't talked to them about it yet, was that's a reckless play on our part. We're already in scoring position, letting nobody out. You stay at second base, we let our group go to work and do damage. Next pitch of the ground ball puts him on third. We're a simple ground ball away from winning that game and walking it off in sixth. But, at the end of the day, that was a little bit reckless on our part, but aggressive base running on Reese's part, so I'm not going to, fault him for it. And he went for it, and the guys still made a great play. They got the ball, bounced it back, diving play. But at the end of the day, I would love us to be a little less reckless in that situation where we're in the driver's seat there. So if we stay at second base, we're already in scoring position. Let's let our hitters go to work.
Okay, all right. So, Coach, you win the district championship. Now it's time to look forward again. Super Regionals. Tell us a little bit again about how this is going to work. You will host.
Yeah, pretty excited about the opportunity this first year with this new system where the Idaho High School Activities Association has taken over baseball and sanctioned it. So they've set up this new structure where districts for us is over. We were able to clinch a host site. So winners of the 4 districts will host this tournament for the Super Regionals, 4 locations throughout the state, Orofino being one of them. And we should see the 8 and 12 seed per Max Prep ranking after a district tournament. And so those teams will travel here, and it'll be a true double elimination tournament next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday right here at Orofino's home field. And looking forward to, we don't know who we're going to play yet or who will be coming here. And just looking forward to the opportunity. I think it'll be a lot of fun and new system. Then the winner of that will advance to a 4-team state tournament down at NNU.
It's just amazing. It's got to be exciting, not only for you, of course, as, we've gone through years and years of the 8-team playoff, now just a 4-team playoff.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? So, I'm not sold either way on it yet. I haven't seen it develop and work, but, I understand where they're coming from to try and get the best 4 teams in the state at the tournament because, at the end of the day, that's what this will do or should do, or have a likelihood of, depth of pitching is going to come into play. And if you just have one guy on a Friday night guy that you roll out there and you win the first one, you better have some depth behind it because true double elimination is going to require you to go the distance.
All right, Coach. Well, listen, we're going to let you get back to your kids. I mean, this is a happy moment for you, your assistants, as well as all of your players, winning the championship for the 2nd consecutive year. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. 3rd year in a row.
3rd year. Oh, my gosh, yeah. I don't want to shortchange it.
But no, I want to say thank you to yourself and the community, KLER, and this coaching staff, Rocky Barlow, Alex Anderson, Matthew Karloff, John Soprano. Those guys are instrumental in the development of these young men, not just for the game of baseball, but what they do for them as young men to prepare them for their future opportunities out there in the real world. So thank you to those guys for doing what they do.
All right, congratulations once again, Coach. That's head coach Scotty Tonnevold. Our Real Estaters postgame show continues with the player of the game after this.
Thinking of building a new home, garage, or expanding your business? Call the team you trust. Barlow Quality Trust. Proud supporters of Maniac Baseball and Softball, Barlow Quality Trust delivers engineered, TPI-inspected trusses for residential, commercial, and farm projects. Free estimates? Call 435-4348. Need delivery? It's free within 100 miles of Orofino. We also offer competitive boom service rates. Don't wait. Build it right the first time with Barlow Quality Trust, building strength that lasts.
Mother's Day is almost here. Treat Mom to something extra sweet from Renata's Cakery Orofino. From fresh baked pies to irresistible cakesicles, cupcakes, cake pops, and creamy ice cream cakes, we've got everything to make her smile. But don't wait, order early. Our treats are handmade with love and always in high demand. Stop by Renata's Cakery, Main Street, Orofino, or call now to reserve your favorites. This Mother's Day, give Mom the gift of sweet memories. Renata's Cakery, love at first bite.
Best wishes, area high school sports teams, from your friends at Innovative Electric Services. Are you in need of a local, reliable electrician? Whether it's your home, business, or industrial facility, Innovative Electric Services has you covered. From wiring and lighting to full electrical upgrades, our expert team delivers safe, high-quality work on time and on budget. No job is too big or small. Call Innovative Electric Services today at 208-476-3321. Powering your world with innovation.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
By now you've heard of Orofino's finest lunch buffet. All-you-can-eat Pizza Factory buffet, filled with pizza, breadsticks, fresh green salad makings, and fruits. But did you know with the purchase of 9 lunch buffets, you'll get the 10th free? Ask for your 10-punch card with your next visit to the Pizza Factory and begin saving today. Free lunch from the Pizza Factory.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
We welcome you back to the Real Estaters post-game show. Our final score, 11-2. The Orofino Maniacs win the District 1-2 Central Idaho League 3A Baseball Championship with the victory over the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs scored 2 runs on 4 hits. No Maniac errors in this ball game. Grangeville left 5 out on the sacks. Orofino made every opportunity work for them today. 11 runs, 14 hits, 1 error, and the Maniacs leaving 6 out on the sacks. Blake Barlow, he was 2 for 4 on the day with 2 runs scored. Jagger Tonneval, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Quentin Arano hitting in that 3rd spot, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 3 RBI. Aiden Olive today, 1 for 3 on the afternoon with 1 run scored and an RBI. Ethan Gilmore, 2 for 4 on the afternoon. Nick Bonner, 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored and a stolen base. Reese Mary today, 1 for 4. Jake Runia was 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. And Hunter Gamble hitting in that 9th spot, finishing 1 for 4 with a run scored. Our Pizza Factory player of the game going to be honored to the number 2 hitter, Jagger Tonneval, who was 2 for 4 on the afternoon with 2 runs scored and an RBI, and then came in the 5th inning of play to shut the door on the Grangeville Bulldogs as he went out onto the hill and promptly collected 3 strikeouts and to finish up the Grangeville Bulldogs. So receiving the player of the game, Jagger Tonneval. Once again, he'll receive a personal pizza and a medium soft drink of his choice. The Grangeville Bulldogs now will try to battle against the Priest River Lamana Spartans for the 2nd place spot here in the district, and then hopefully one of those 2 teams will have enough points in the max preps in order to make the regional tournament. I want to thank our in-studio engineer, Philip Lamont, as well as Brandon, who worked so exceptionally hard today. I want to thank Scotty Tonneval for coming up and visit us with our post-game interview. For all of our sponsors, we hope that you'll continue to listen in as we will bring you Super Regionals next week here from Orofino High. I'm going to now shut things down, and folks, we encourage you to listen in to 103.3 KLER-FM, the Lady Maniacs will now begin their Central Idaho League 3A District 1-2 play from Orofino Elementary School. Again, 11-2, the final score. Orofino defeats Grangeville. I'm Jeff Jones. We'd like to bid you all a very pleasant good afternoon.
Thank you for listening in today to another Orofino High School Athletics presentation of Maniac Baseball on KLER. Today's coverage of the Maniacs has been made possible by the many community backers of Orofino High School and their athletics program. Please make sure to stop and tell them how much you appreciate their backing of these broadcasts to Hometown Radio 1300. Orofino High School Baseball, a Central Idaho Broadcasting sports presentation.